hello, folks. My quilting friends. It's Rosie the Quilter coming to you barely alive from Prayer Quilts by Rosie. Well, it's been a long day, but I have finished my blocks. They are ready for pressing now. It ended up being 30 blocks, 15 red and 15 blue. And the nice thing about this is that if you're a quilting person, you'll know that when you see something like this now, I've added my four wings to each side of my square. And what this is going to do is that when I now sew these all together, this is what's going to happen. See, this is what quilters do. They think about ways to make simple things hard. But then when you put them all together, it looks so cute. So this is like what it'll look like. Wait, let me put this in the center. I'm sorry. I let my phone fade from me. But this is kind of like what it'll look like when it's all together with the blocks lined up like this. And so it gives the impression like they're almost diamonds, okay? And when they're all together, I will have a row of 5 diamonds in six columns. So all together, it's going to be 30. So now I get to press, and then I'm going to trim these out. Let me give you a little more background on this. So if you look at this little square here, the size is approximately 6 inches, right? So now the easy way of doing this, instead of taking a lot of measurement, before I sewed these on, it measured 6.5 inches. So I took the background fabric, which is this kind of white or off-white stars, see? And just cut them into 6.5 inch squares, and then cut the squares in half in a diagonal so that you would have this. You see? So I cut the square in half like that, and then sewed it on each end of the square. And then I just trim it down to a nice size. So it will probably finish maybe somewhere like an 8-inch block. So you get a much bigger block without a lot of pain about measuring and figuring it out. And I like it that way. Works for me. So how big will this be when I'm finished? Let's see. If each block is about 8 inches, so that's 8 times 5, which is 40. And then with a border, maybe a 5-inch border, so that adds 10 inches, so that's 50 inches. And then so that'll be 50 by around, I can't count. What do you think it is? Okay, I did pass 4th grade. So if it's 8 inches and I have 6 inches in rows, that's 8 times 6, which is 48, plus 10, which is 58. So my final will measure somewheres like 40 by 58. 50 by 58. So otherwise, a nice size quilt for a good trial like this. So back to me. Folks, It's going to take me a little bit more time to press these out and then figure out how I'm going to line it up. So my day is going to go a lot longer than I think your day will. So I will go till 10 o'clock with this. By then I'll have my layout all done. And then over the next day or so, I'll sew it all together. And I'll go live again to show you how it turned out. Now, for those of you who are quilters or curious about quilting and live in my area, you could look me up. If you'd like to have this experience of sewing a quilt on your own, or even, with a little help from me, drop me a message, because I do teach. I have a teaching studio, and I'd be very happy to work with you. But for now, I am going to say goodnight and get to pressing and arranging my quilt. So it's been lovely. Diana, Heather, Kim, I see you all are there watching, and I'm very happy that you came to join me. I'll be seeing you all in Facebook land or real life in the next days to come. Be happy, be blessed, and be well. Rosie the Quilter signing off. Bye.